Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tillin and today I'm bringing you a slightly different video. I am attempting to do a full face only using the Made by Mitchell colour case in the neutral, which looks a little bit like this. And in case you are wondering what is the cause of my glowy chest, it is a combination of these two shine slimes from Made by Mitchell as well. I do have a dedicated review to them on my page, but let's get straight into this first impression. This is a Made by Mitchell curve case in Essentials. It's a 12 shade cream palette that dries matte, and on screen right now you can see the swatches for each shade. Natural beiges, browns, black and white. So in theory, this should be able to do my whole face from concealer to foundation to my eyebrows to my eyeliner. Now, in terms of using this product, they do advise to scoop up some of the product to the back of your hand and then using the warmth of your hand to warm up the product and activate the formula. The first thing I notice when I open this palette is just the smell that comes out of it. It's really strong and it's not pleasant whatsoever. Oh, you guys getting a live exclusive. Oh, doesn't. Oh. Does not smell very nice. That being said, you do have to take into account that this is a cosmetic paint and not an everyday kind of product that you would use. We're going to start off with eyebrows, so as advised I'm going to take the little brush that it comes with and I'm going to actually swatch just this brown, as you can see, just a little tiny amount, and then with a small angled brush I'm just going to go and collect the product. Just going to brush them out and make them a little bit more natural looking, but so far I'm really impressed. It glides on really nicely. I've just used the shade Cooler, which is this one right here, and I think now I'm going to go with caramel to highlight, maybe a mixture of caramel and sage to highlight my eyebrows. And oh, yeah, okay. Oh, it's gonna get some taking used to. Oh, I need to clean it. Yeah, this is definitely going to take some getting used to, having to use a spatula to scrape it out. And to be honest, I'm sure I can go straight in and use the... Oh. I'm sure I can go straight in and use the colours straight from the palette, but I really want to make sure that it is working at its optimum level. So we're going to just... I don't know, I feel like this is a little bit too light, but we're going to go with... Yeah, I think that's a little bit too light for me. Let's go in with Sade instead. And just... Yeah, this is looking a little bit better. Okay, yeah, much better. I'm not sure if you can tell, but I am finding it really difficult for it to actually like glide on, which is one thing that I've seen a lot of people kind of complaining about, saying that it's not as easy to actually, obviously it's a cream, but it's not as creamy as, let's say, their curve case collection. I am going to attempt to do eyeshadow, so I'm just going to try and conceal my eyelids. Okay, this is working a lot better. I didn't bother with putting the product at the back of my hand, I just went straight in with the palette. It does seem like from the palette straight away the product is applying really nicely. Going in with Toastery, I believe it's called. Yeah, Toastery, this shade. I was actually very tempted to go and pick up my powder, but because it does dry matte, you definitely don't need. What's gonna work better for me is just kind of like taking my brushes and really swirling them in. Okay, some good payoff there. this is what my eyes are looking like. I don't think it's too bad. As of right now, I'm kind of conflicted as to whether to do an eyeliner look or to do like a brown underline, waterline kind of look. I think I'm leaning more towards the brown slash white under like waterline look because I've not done that in ages. So let's see. If I get an eye infection, I mean I don't want it to look too scary, so I think I might go in with shade, this one. I don't think that is too bad actually. Now let's move on to the face. I'm a little bit scared about the face. I just, you know, I'm a little bit wary. I think this is a point where I'm gonna have to start mixing some shades. I'm going to go back in with Shade, which is this shade here. I've used this shade quite often actually. I think this is like a good highlighter shade for me. And I'm just going to, let's see how well it makes my little beauty spot disappear. For my outer corner, I'm just going to... It's not the most seamless. I definitely have a lot more seamless results at this point when I use my everyday products. But it's not too bad. It's not like whoa. The point where it might get a little bit whoa is the point of foundation. Let me just do this side and I will come back and we'll brave it together. Honestly, I'm really not buying this product as of right now. I'm gonna go ahead and contour the shade Richer, which is this one right here. Not too bad actually. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of like reverse contouring. Is it contouring, reverse? No, underpainting, that's the one. Before I go ahead and apply my foundation shade, if I have one. I also feel like you definitely end up using a lot more product than you would when you're kind of using your normal makeup, which I suppose kind of just depends on, I guess, the capacity that each one of these holds. I also saw somebody do a review on this, and basically she was just saying that it's so hard to kind of move the product. And Made by Mitchell, they replied and they said to her for her to buy, I think like I don't even know what it was. I think it was like a moisturizer or something, basically implying that in order to get the product to work correctly, she would need to buy that product and use it. If you have to buy extra, oh gosh, I just think if you have to buy extra products to make a product work, is it even worth it? Like, the product should work alone and not have to, yeah, you shouldn't have to use other products along with it to make it work properly. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Try and get the product to move that a little bit better. I don't think there's any way to save this. I'm not sure if it's coming across the way I can see it in my mirrors over here, but I also have just been looking at this palette, and to say that this is only, what shade is this? Say that Toastery is the only kind of warmish shade is a bit concerning, if I'm being totally honest with you. I feel like there's just one too many of these shades and not enough of the warmer bronzy kind of looks, because this is very much a cool contour kind of shade, the one that I used. I feel like it's just a waste. I'm not too sure how I can rescue this using this palette alone. But if I use another product, that defeats the point of doing a full face of this. So I'm just going to carry on with this. I'm going to go ahead and take, I guess, this shade here. This is the side-by-side comparison of the two. And then I've just gone in and added the next shade after this, and you can definitely see that there is quite a lot of shades missing in between, but I'm going to go ahead with this one here and just try and go over the top of whatever this is. Using my usual foundation brush, I'm just going to go in. I mean, I'm not mad at that. That has definitely come to the rescue to some extent. Is it my shade completely? I don't think so. I think it's close, but I don't think it's quite the shade match. With this palette is that you can actually mix these shades. You don't have to use exactly what's coming straight out of the little segments. I just think, is that just a little bit too much work for an everyday person? I think so. I do believe this palette is kind of created for makeup artists because it does give them a great range to use for different clients. I mean, you definitely have an eyebrow shade in here. You have concealer shade, you have contour shades, you have like, there it is very useful, but I think for a beginner, I don't think this is useful whatsoever. Or somebody that just kind of just wants to do their makeup and go. It's giving this emoji right here. Yeah, I'm gonna go in with Shade and just try and once again just re-highlight my under eyes. I'm gonna be brave as well and going into caramel just to, oh, absolutely nothing has shown up. Let me scoop some out. This whole wiping the spatula thing is really getting on my nerves actually. Oh. Like at some points the product is so easy to blend, and then at other points it just becomes so I don't know, just so hard to kind of like blend and move around. You win some, you lose some, and today I am admitting defeat. Would I recommend this palette? I wouldn't recommend it to anybody that doesn't know what they're doing with makeup. So if you're a makeup artist or you're just a makeup fanatic that likes to play around with makeup, 100% get it. Get the other shade as well and create some really fancy, nice eyeliner looks and whatever, really fun looks. Do I recommend it to the everyday person? No. Do I recommend it to a beginner? Absolutely not. Going off the comment that I saw on Made by Mitchell where they recommended buying another product in order to make this work, I do not agree with that. You should make products that stand alone, work for themselves. They don't need any other product in your range to make them work even better. I just can't stand by that, and I just think that is a big X in my books. And I mean, yeah, I have taken a full look of the colour case, very literal today, and this is the result. Creasing on creasing on creasing. Made by Mitchell, I love you, but this one is not it. And it's okay because not every product is going to be for every person. So, hey, you win some, you lose some. Do let me know in the comments if you do own this colour case, if you like it, any improvements on how maybe I can do it differently. Should I do a part 2 and use it along with my other makeup products? I don't know, you guys let me know in the comments. And yeah, until next time, I'm gonna go scrub my face to get this off because it does not come off very easily. So bye, see you in the next one.